How can you ever be a private banker? Or how can you ever engage in private banking without an internal private bank? The United States does it. All other entities do it. It's called. When you say you're a private banker and you think that 98 number is what makes you a private banker, most people who get the 98 say, I have the private banking EIN. Is that what it is, really? Okay, good. Now tell me, what do you do with that 98 number? And are you at this point clear that the 98 is really not the Express Trust? You have to know that. If you have a 98 number, it does not make you a private banker. That's yet another filth of a virus that's been placed into people's head by someone who gave it to a lot of people, who passes that baton of trash to others. But ask them, how then do you use it to actually be a private banker or to engage in private banking? All you're going to hear is crickets. Yet they will tell you very quick, I have my private banking EIN. It is an oxymoron. What I'm telling you in this video, what I'm explaining, is what private banking is. And simultaneously, is what 9 out of 10 people will not know that they are seeking. And therefore, they will never ever find it. And that is exactly, they go ahead and get themselves subrogated and think sharecropping the EIN with IRS, which is an auditing company for someone else's private banking called the Treasury Department of the United States. They think that makes them a private banker. Do you see the oxymoron in what people are doing? Use the IRS properly. But when it comes to private things, that 98 number that you have works, but only to a certain extent. Because at the end of the day, the fact remains that IRS is an auditing company. I'm sure you probably have seen documents of the IRS incorporation documents. If the United States was never foreign as a trust at North America, it would have no need to incorporate itself in the de jure states. The IRS was in fact part of the government. It would have no need to incorporate itself. Here, let me show you the document I'm talking about. This is part of and it will be foreign because that's how safe harbor works. So all these people going on about fraud being performed by IRS or the Treasury, so and so, yet at the same time they're saying they want to go to the Treasury for this and that, but Treasury and IRS are actually foreign. You know, people are confused. I'm really thinking most people who deal with this information, you know, there's some type of mental issue going on that even they have yet to really realize is going on. It's the unknown in their reality. Or they just constantly try to take shortcutting information. They hear something and they just run after it, and it actually makes them sound very dumb in front of someone who knows how these things are structured. And I know I constantly reiterate people on social media and that because that's where most people get their information from, without any substance or backbone to it. I'm letting you know what the substance and backbone and how it actually works, the thinking behind the thing rather than the thing itself, and then running away with it, thinking it's figured out. Your trust, a lot of people don't know that. Even people who know about, and even people who know of trust don't even know that trust is supposed to happen. It's not called TDA for any reason. When you create TDAs, were you also aware that there are different types of those accounts? And depending on what stage of development or what you want to do with that birth certificate, based on how you're set up, will determine the tier of account that you create. Those TDA people create online, those are like free trial starter packs. You know how you go to a website and they'll give you a free trial period and whatnot? And then if it's not based on period for the free trial, they just give you limited access and limited options. That's what people do online. The real TDA that you will create to actually get into the business of things as banking privately, You are going to get so at the beginning is always telling you it's a plan. It's an anticipated thing because based on the nature of phantom stocks or phantom shares, in of itself, it is a form of value, monetary value, that's strictly based on anticipation. Therefore, a plan is necessary. This phantom stock plan is part of the documents that make up the private placement memorandum. The phantom stock plan is a deferred compensation plan that awards the employee a unit measured by the value of the share of a company's common stock. In the case of a limited liability company, by the value of the LLC unit. The employee in this case would be those people that will be coming to you to gamble using the value that you're going to be renting to them. The unit here is the trust certificate unit that you'll be issuing out as a form of phantom stock based on how well they gamble with it. Hence the word deferred. In some other cases, when you look at phantom stock in financial dictionary, they would use the term appreciate, which is the same thing, meaning something that increases in value over time. However, unlike actual stock, the award does not confer equity ownership in the company. However, unlike actual stock, the award does not confer equity ownership in the company. This is the reason why phantom share or phantom stock is the medium you want to compensate. When you see this word stock, I don't think people know what this word actually means. You've heard of it a lot, haven't you? You hear a lot of people throw it around. What are stocks? A stock, also known as equity. Do you know the word stock actually means equity? You didn't? There it is right there in front of you. People who speak of the birth certificate, when they hear the word stock, they think it's just some day trader stuff. Or it's just some stuff those fraudulent corporations do. I just shake my head when these people go on and I'm telling you, man. If you want to be amused, go on these social media groups. Just read what these people are saying. And it just reveals the fact that most of these people are misleading one another. The one that doesn't know is leading the one that doesn't know. And the new ones coming in that wants to know are being led by the ones that don't know. And you realize, whoa, most of these people that speak about the birth certificate, status, secure party, most of them are guaranteed to fail at whatever it is they say they're trying to do. And that's not even considering the fact that they don't even know jack about legality, law-related things. They don't even know any of these, let alone spiritual things. Not spiritual by just throwing that word out there to get the sensation of being special. But spiritual in the fact that what we've been showing in the arts and crafts video, spiritual in the sense that you can actually control reality through units or a percentage interest in a company's value pursuant to a prescribed valuation method. Remember earlier we were speaking about valuation? Right. This can be done once or multiple times. Remember I also told you there's rules to money and the things I was showing earlier when it comes to those rules and the valuation is part of the rules of money. That valuation is literally the process of you creating money, believe it or not. One thing people don't know about Federal Reserve note or the mints that mints coins is they also go through a process of valuation to create each of those coins or each of those bills. You are doing that privately. And through that, you're taking. So that's the summary of the S&P 500 company and what you'll be doing with them and how you'll be interfacing with them. But now let's read the formality of it. The Standard & Poor's 500, or simply S&P 500, is a stock market index tracking the stock performance of 500 of the largest companies listed in stock exchange in the United States. It is one of the most commonly followed equity indices, which is plural for index. As of December 31st, 2020, more than 5.4 trillion was invested in assets tied to the performance of the index. Man. You think you put a complete 54-minute video has been posted on the Patreon page. Take care. Best of luck.